Hello guys, how are you? How is everything? Okay, this time I was sharing how you can find the file and folders inside the Linux directory. Okay, so before we doing this, right, I have created some folders and some file here. Okay, then inside this directory, but okay, all these permissions are here, so I just let you know before we start doing the demonstration. Okay, so I will open the another terminals, then I will start to find the file and folders. Okay, so the command is quite easy, just command find. Okay, after that you have to give the starting point. You should give the right directory path so that system can manage to find the file. If you give the wrong directory path, right, system will give you the a system cannot manage to find, or maybe it gives you the so many results, so it's very messy to find what is you are really want that file inside the Linux operating system. Okay, so this is a file directory path, then you have to give the parameter name. So what is the name of the file? For example, you remember only the name but you don't remember the extension, or maybe you remember only the extension but you don't remember the file name. Based on that, but this time I will try to find you remember the file name extension. Okay, the file name is testing find.jar. Okay, okay, so just click enter so that I can manage to find the file, because I remember the file name but I don't know what is this directory. But okay, so that I give you the current working directory, and then you have to find. So my current working directory is home Kali. Okay, so that current directory and then slash, which means inside the Kali directory there is all the any different folder they were going to find it, or including the Kali and then the rest of the top directory. But okay, so so this is you remember the file name, and then maybe you may remember the other file, for example php. Okay, this can also find the file, or maybe txt test file. Okay, so you can manage to find, so that its comments quite easy. Just give the file and then give the starting point. What is the name of the file name? Okay, maybe the jar file ph, but if you give the another different extension, you don't even have this, or with asp, but cannot manage to find. But the comment didn't reply, cannot manage to find, just only empty result, which means you giving me the directory path and file names cannot manage to find these locations. So that maybe you can find on the different location, maybe the file will be exit. Okay, so this time I want to find the file, but I don't remember the file name is started with the capitals or small letters. Okay, so that I will give them, hey, please find the file, but I don't remember any file name. Don't be the case sensitive, just find any file name start with T. Okay, so that I give the file name, but I don't want to care whether capital or small letter, I'm not remember, so that I give the parameter, change it to I. Okay, dash I name, so that the system will be find the file, but there is no file inside this asp. Okay, so I will give the test file. Okay, so this time I can manage to find the two file. One is the T starting with the capital letter, another one is the T starting with the small letters. Okay, so this is, you have to ignore the system, please ignore the case. Okay, whether it's small or capital letter. Okay, find for me this file. Okay, so they can find for me capital T and capital small t. Okay, this time I will find the php file, also same things. Okay, and then we'll find jar file. Okay, this is, you can find the file based on you remember the file name. Okay, this time let's assume we don't remember any file name. Okay, we don't remember any file name, but we remember the extension maybe, so it gives the wildcard or asterisk, or we can call it anything. Okay, you can with php. If you're using the wildcard, right, please don't remember to give the uh single quote or double quote, because if you didn't go right, there will be an error will be encountered. So that's why if you want to use the wildcard, please use the single quote or double quote. Then I give them. Okay, finally I found three files, because of this one is inside this current directory. okay, 48315, but the rest of this two find is inside the find directory. But okay, this is based on the wildcard. You only remember the extension, but you don't remember the finding. Okay, just don't remember to put the code, single or double code. Okay, this time we will find using, you remember the file name but you don't remember the extension, find extension. Okay, so this time I will give testing underscore file dot style. We don't remember what is this extension, so it will give you all this extension of the file. Okay, all this extension of the file jar php, but you didn't give any case sensitive things, so the all finds are based on the you given the t small letter, right? But ask them this time, hey, find for me all the finds start with t. I don't really care whether it's, you know, small or capital letter. So that's the result is showing all the t starting with a small letter, capital letter, sorry, small letter, capital letter. Yes, all these findings in your output. Okay, so another things, when you find the find, right, this giving the starting point is very important. For example, I will give you home. Let me clear the screen first, quite messy already. Okay, for example, I give the finding home slash intruder. Okay, what is this? You know, all this error message permission denied, which means you don't have right to find inside this directory, but even the find are exiting inside this, right? You don't have right permission to find because of this. All these finds are, you know, under the intruder folder, or maybe you can use the sudo do. If you have the privilege, you can find it. But the thing is, this you giving the starting points very important. So that's one I want to tell you. The starting point should be correct, and then you have to give the find name or find name. If you remember, you get the wildcard everything. Okay, this time I will find the find name. You don't even remember anything, you know, extensions or anything. Dot slash. Okay, but you only remember the t. So many, right? So that when you finding the find, right, you have to remember a little bit more details, so that the result will be correct. If you giving very short description, right, the system will be give you so many information. That is the important one. Okay, so another thing is you have to find the directory. Directory is quite easy, same things. You have to put d deep switch, then you have to give the directory name. For example, directory name start with the find. Okay, so directory name start with the find. I can manage to find the find directory inside this. Okay, let's see whether the find directory is or not. There is the find directory. Okay, so this time I will find the directories start with the capital letters. Okay, capital letter, there is no any capital letter find names. Okay, because of this one is start with the small one. Okay, this time I will give the right directory name so that system can manage to find it. Okay, let me see what is the directory name. Find directory. This is directory because so I tell you, right, this is D, this is directory, all these things are file. Okay, all these file and folder are belongs to the Kali user, so that you cannot use to find inside the other user directory part. Okay, so you can go inside, sorry, let me copy this file name, then find inside this. Okay, finally I found the file. The find is inside this find directory, inside the find directory folder name, because I know the folder name, that's why it can easy to find based on the directory. Also, we indicate that this is the directory, not the file. Don't show me any file start with the F. Okay, I please show only the directory because we give this instruction T. Okay, the find comments very useful so that you can practice yourself. The next clip I will show you how you can find using the permission, based on the permission using the find command. Okay, thank you so much. Please practice yourself.